Hey everyone. So today I am going to show you my affordable brush collection. Brushes that I use on a daily basis. Nothing here is expensive at all. I do have a couple. The NARS Ita brush that I've mentioned. Um, but do I feel that we have to run out and buy, Marc Jacobs and um, Tom Ford brushes? And I mean, they're very pretty to look at, but for $70 for me, I'd rather buy that on skincare or makeup or go to the drugstore and spend $70 on a whole bunch of stuff. The brushes I'm going to show you are very soft. They work fabulously. Um, a couple of websites that I've purchased things from, obviously elf.com. Also, Ulta for the Real Technique brushes. And I've also purchased from Coastal Scents. They have very good, affordable dupe brushes. And Crown Brush. They also have really, really, really affordable brushes. It's just knowing what you want. I've never been disappointed with any of these brushes. They're all very soft to me. You may have a difference of opinion. I think my most expensive brush I have here is a MAC brush, and that's still not that expensive. So I'm going to start with face brushes. Let me talk about the Real Techniques brushes. I know you've all heard of them. Yeah. And these are the ones that I use and that I love. Now, this is the Expert Face Brush. Okay, it's off there. I use this for foundation. It's actually dirty. You can also use this for contour. Fits right in here. Perfect. I've used it for cream. The thing I love is that they're synthetic, so they don't absorb the product, and that's what you want. Like when you're applying any kind of liquid or cream, you want a synthetic brush so it doesn't absorb the product. And this works great for a contour as well. So, I mean, this one brush you could you could buy two of them. I don't remember, this was I think under $10. But I love it. It's soft. I had no issues with shedding. Washes fabulously. With all my brushes and my beauty blender, I use a bar of Dr. Bronner's, which I think I got off of Amazon. I use a bar of soap of Dr. Bronner's. Lavender scent, I think I bought. A bar of soap works beautifully on all the brushes. I've had no issues. The beauty blender. Do not go and buy the beauty blender, little thing, the $15 or $20 soap. To me, get a bar of soap. Obviously, you wouldn't want a harsh. Dr. Bronner's very gentle and organic, I think. I use that with my beauty blender. Comes out clean and perfect every time. So the other brushes are, this is the contour brush, setting powder, and this is the buffing brush. The buffing brush can be used for foundation. It can be used for powder. You could use this for blush even if you wanted. It's not that big. So even if you wanted to pounce and then blend, an all over face brush, my suggestion is if you're going to use a brush, like let's say you're going to use this for foundation, while there's foundation on it wouldn't go in with powder. That's just me. But they're so cheap you could buy two of them. I love this, especially for under here, for setting powder, It fits perfectly under the eye. And all of them are very, very soft and they clean up beautifully. This is the contour brush, but this can be used for foundation. I didn't really do contour. That is my bronzer. That's what I put this on with today, is the contour brush. Nice, soft, very affordable, great brushes, no shedding. Love these. Elf. I've talked about this brush before, the stipple brush. This is $3. I love this. This can be used for a ton of things. I've put powder on with this brush. I've put cream, bronzer, cream blush on, especially great and it's $3. I mean, you know, and it's soft, and this washes up. See how nice and white and great. And this is the small tapered. I've used this brush, again, very soft. I've used this for blush, I've used it for powder. So it's just a matter of, that's why I have a couple brushes, because some brushes, you know, if I'm going to use this for bronzer, obviously I'm not going to put powder on it. I have put bronzer on with this brush too, by the way. e.l.f. has great brushes, and they're affordable as well. I am going to show you a brush that I got with the last Today's Special Value. I think it was the Illuminating Foundation, the powder foundation. I got this brush. Now, this brush is beautiful. Again, soft, very nice brush. Put together very nicely. Nice weight to it. Jamie sells brushes on QVC.com. I think they're like $60 for a set. I mean, if that's what you're looking for and you want a really nice brush, I mean, but to be honest, this one, they're both the same, like soft wise. Actually, this one actually feels a little softer. I mean, but this is soft, you know. Also, with Coastal Scents, I love this brush. Unfortunately, it doesn't say anything, it just says Coastal Scents on it. But I use this for blush. I like it because it doesn't put on a lot of color. I stamp and then blend. But Real Techniques has, I think it's still out, a limited edition brush set with these duo fiber kind of brushes. This is nice, it's soft. Coastal Scents, I have some eyeshadow brushes that I don't use on a daily basis. They're really nice, they're soft, I haven't had any issues with them. Also, Makeup Geek, I bought the rounded blush brush. I love this too. This is small, I mean, but it's more dense. So this I normally will use for bronzer or contour from going in, because it's small and it's denser. I don't think I'd feel comfortable with a dense brush putting on blush. That's just me and my preference. This fan brush, this is Echo Tools. This is such a nice brush. It's soft. I use this normally for highlight. I don't go heavy on highlight. What I like to do is use MAC Strobe Cream. That's what I did this morning. I don't have a highlight on. And you can see how I'm a little glowy. And I mixed a little in with the foundation too. So, that might be why. Also, this is a Sonia Kashuk. She's got great brushes. This is very nice too. Very soft. Sometimes I just use this to like kind of blend things like when I'm finished. Like to blend bronzer and blush. See, and it actually picks up a little bit, so I'm not overly shocking. Now I'm going to go on to eye brushes. And most of these eye brushes are very affordable. Let me just start off with the Sephora brand. It's the Pointed Liner. Eyeliner Precision number 92, it says. That's what it looks like. I used it, so it's a little wonky. I really like this. What I've been doing is with the Tarte Amazonian Clay Liner, sometimes if you go to apply the liner itself, you know, the pencil, sometimes for me it deposits too much, so it's so soft and creamy that I can actually take the brush and go up against the point and get product here and then go and do what I want to do. I really like this. This was very affordable. But Real Techniques also has a liner brush. Now, they had a liner brush that came in a set, which I didn't like. It was kind of thick. But this liner brush, and they also have one now I think is silicone that is supposedly really good too. This one actually works well. Sometimes I like to tight line, go in here with this. Very, very nice brush. Morbial Techniques. And no, I'm not promoting, you know, I'm not working for them or anything. This brush, I think it's just like a shadow brush. I've had these for so long. This came in a core collection, and I think this one did too. But this one, they're saying, is a crease brush. I mean, I've never, if anything, I've used it. It's kind of a dense brush. So I've used this more so for concealer, because it's synthetic, so it doesn't absorb the product, to just kind of blend. I like this to just put eyeshadow on the lid. You could even like blend into the crease a little bit with it. It's just a little, if you can see, the brush is a little, I would say it's much better for, which I put this after I had put my concealer on my eyes, and you know how I usually do a light colored shadow all over. That's what I did with this. But really, really good brushes. Now I have one blending brush. I think it's E40. I think it's supposed to be like a MAC 224. See how fluffy? I use this today. Now this kind of brush, a fluffy fluffy brush, you would use more so for, like, you wouldn't use this for precision work, if that's what you're looking for. Like today, I just use this to get the color in my crease. Wasn't looking for any specific detailed work. This is more for blending, or if you're not looking for a precise line. Now, this is my MAC 217, but Sigma also makes one that's an E25. And today I decided to use my MAC. Now, I have a couple of the Sigma ones. These are okay. I like Sigma, but the thing that bothered me with them is, now that they've become so popular, you know, with the girls from YouTube, and they kind of raised their prices, which is kind of sad. Like, you would think that they'd be for the people, and I understand things have gotten bigger and stuff, but I mean, their brushes are good. This is the MAC 217, and that's the Sigma E25. And this is, you can be a little more precise, and you could also blend with this. I really, but I have a couple of them. I think I have 3. 2 are Sigma, the 1 is MAC. Then I also have a Sigma E35. This is another blending brush. Again, if you're not really looking, this one is a little more precise than this one. You could see. This one's a little more stiffer, where this one's a little more blown out. Elf. I can't forget Elf. I've had this brush. This is from their dollar line. I've had this brush for like 5 years, if not longer. I mean, it is a little beaten up. Nothing, there's no writing, nothing on this. But to put shadow down, and for $1, I think I have 2 of these. So if for some reason, you can see I used it. If for some reason, like, let's say I had a dark shadow on here and I wanted to put down a light shadow. So some of these brushes I do have repeats of, but I mean, for $1, this works really, really well. Also from Sigma, I have their E30, their pencil brush. Very nice, soft. You know, if you wanted to do detail under here, you wanted to smudge. Very, very nice little tiny brush. Oh, love this. This is the e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush. I've had this brush before. This is great to work concealer in. Put powder, because it's small enough. You know, you could put powder under the eye. Really, Nice. I mean, this was, I think, $3. Oh, I forgot. The other brush that I have, and of course it isn't accessible, is my e.l.f. Kabuki. That was, I think, $6. One of the best brushes I ever bought. All these brushes clean up very, very nicely. You know, for me, like I said, I would rather spend, you know, $70 or $50 for a brush. I've seen a brush that was like $200. I have a couple high-end ones. I have the Wayne Goss brush. I don't use this every day. I think I might have used this yesterday. It's nice. The thing that I have the problem with, it's kind of bendy for being so thin. I think I was expecting to be a little more stiffer. But, I mean, it's very nice, very soft. I have a couple of these brushes. I love Wayne, but I couldn't afford to buy all his brushes. But getting back to, you know, brushes. I have a lot of brushes, but none of them are super expensive. Some brushes I have two of because I like them so much. I use one for one thing and one for another. And that's what's nice because, you know, maybe this time like today, like the Flawless face brush, you know, maybe today I will, or Expert face brush, you know, use this for foundation, but, you know, I'll clean it and maybe Monday I'll use it for contour. So, I mean, the brushes are cheap, they're affordable, they do what they're supposed to do. I like to, you know, to watch when people buy high-end brushes and talk about how beautiful and luxurious they are. I just know that for myself, I would rather spend $70 on skincare or makeup or go to the drugstore and spend $70 than on one brush. That's just me. I feel like, you know, these perform very, very well. Haute Look usually will have Crown Brush on, and Crown Brush sells like rolls of brushes for like $20 or $30. So Crown Brush is a great website, you know, Real Techniques brushes, even Sigma, and you can get 10% off. A lot of people, I'm not an affiliate, but a lot of people are, so you could look for their links. Even Makeup Geek. I think next week I'm going to do a palette and talk about, you know, I have Makeup Geek eyeshadows. Her brushes are very affordable, so is her makeup. So it's all what is important to you. To me, brushes are important for application of your makeup, but I wouldn't be too happy if I lost a $70 brush. So tell me what you think. Do you think it's worth, you know, buying higher end brushes, or are you like me and feel like, you know, what you have works great? And, you know, I will, like, I have two stipple brushes from e.l.f. like for $3, and they work fabulous. You know, I would rather spend my money somewhere else. That's, you know, but I do enjoy looking at those brushes or touching them. And I think even if I had the money and I could, I probably still wouldn't do it. I'm very happy with the brushes I have. They do the job. I mean, you know, I don't feel like anything looks super streaky or anything like that. These, I feel like they work. And everybody, you know, and that's what makes it makes the world a great place, because everybody has different opinions, and, you know, some people that's very important to, and some people it's not. So tell me what you think. Leave your comments below. And I will probably be back next week. And Sunday is Mother's Day, so everybody out there, have a happy Mother's Day. And even if you have a pet, you're still a mother. And